Hello everyone, and welcome to today's session. What we're going to be doing today is installing Apache Airflow using Docker on VS Code. Now, you do need to ensure that you do have Docker and VS Code running inside your system. Should you not have those, please proceed to download and install those two applications. But let's get into today's one, and we're going to be installing, as I said, using VS Code, and we're going to be installing the Docker containerized version of Airflow. So let's begin, right? So one of the first things that you would need to do is that you would need to navigate to your Visual Studio Code. And inside your Visual Studio Code, you will go to the directory where you are going to have all of this running. Now, the first thing that you would need to do is that you would firstly need to create a folder. All right. So I'm going to create a folder and I'm going to name this folder Airflow. And inside this Airflow folder, if I was to go into it, you will see that I have nothing at it. Not finding that because I misspelled. All right. So inside here, if you look, there is nothing inside this folder, right? So I will proceed. Um, I will proceed to um, install a YAML file. So I will need to download this YAML file, and that requires for me to go to the official Airflow website, right? So if we were to go to a Chrome browser, in the Chrome browser, you will see that there is a couple of um, versions. The version that I'm specifically looking for is 2.11. Now, the latest version available is 3.0.2. Please ensure that you install Airflow to any of the two versions from version 2.4 upwards. All right. I will then proceed to download the Docker Compose YAML file, and there we go. It's downloaded there at the top. So if I was to um, want to see it, I will then have it there. I will now need to ensure that this particular YAML file is available inside the folder where I need it, right? So I then will navigate and save this particular Docker Compose file inside my Airflow folder, right? Inside my Airflow folder. Now, if I was to go back to VS Code, you will then be able to see, if I was to listing, you now see this Docker Compose YAML file. Now, I will proceed to going ahead and opening this particular folder, right? Because I need to create some folders inside of it, right? So if I was to go to this particular folder, there is the YAML file. Now, with this, I then need to go ahead and create a couple of folders as well. So I'll create firstly the DAX folder, and I will create the logs folder. Let's create this, create the logs folder, and I will also need to create the config folder, and I will need to create as well the plugins. And I will need to create a .env file. So .env file is an environment file. I need to set it aside from there. All right, cool. So now I have all of my folders and the most important env file. At the moment, the env file is empty. I will then install or put in there the most important, which is the environment packages, right? So in my environment packages, it is the configuration that is required for Airflow. So let's proceed to opening up a terminal. All right, so I'm going to open up a new terminal and prompt, and I'm in the Airflow folder. Now, what I would like to do is get Docker to use that YAML file to download and install the particular features that I then required. It's up, and what I wanted to do is to run the Airflow init. Now, this will then go to Docker and pull the required containers into my environment, allowing me to be able to use them. Right? It is then going to run through a number of services to ensure that everything is up and running. Right? Once that is up and running, and it then gives you a message that says exit code with 0, I can then now run the next command, which is going to be docker compose up, right? And what docker compose up will then do, just want to run it in detached mode because I don't want to be stuck inside there. It will then start to create all of the additional containers that are required, right? Once all of these containers are up and running, it will then give you a message, or it should then show you that you're now back in your Airflow directory. Now, to see Airflow and to make sure that it is in actual fact running, I will then need to go to my browser, right? And in my browser, I'm going to navigate to localhost 8080. And in localhost 8080, that is where I should be able to then see my particular Airflow configurations running. Right? This then allows me to see everything without any interruptions and make sure that it is in actual fact running. Right? So we will then proceed to web browser. And as you can see now, Airflow is up and running. And because of the configuration settings where I set my environment, here you go, Airflow is successfully up and running. Hopefully that is a very quick and easy way to install Airflow. See you in the next one.